Show podcast begins for the 1,126th time. Holy cow. From right up here in the beautiful dormer above my garage, where I've spent nearly the last 5 years. Okay? It's basically Anne Frank with a few times leaving, going downstairs. So that's what's up. Thank you so much for being here as part of the show. Let's get into the fat. Yesterday was, I think, a pretty good day for non-fat things. The Facebook group Fraudulent Fatties has various members of the audience who would love nothing more than to be less disgusting. I am the leader of this brigade. And you got to start somewhere. Now, I would say yesterday was an overall success. I completed my fitness ring, my move ring. And I did that by, when I got done with the free podcast early part of the day, I went and walked around the block. A little time later, I did that again. Pooh Bear came home. We went for a walk. That's walk number 3. Now, basically, I'm replacing the time that I sit around here and look at YouTube videos with walking. So I felt pretty good about that. I also made it through the whole day without taking a ridiculous nap, which, I don't know. I think that might be just the adrenaline of the day because I was so pissed off at what has happened to me physically and the path that I'm on. It needs to change, and I'm still pretty fired up about it. It was a fraudulent Wednesday, so there was plenty of podcasting to do, and Stu McAllister and I did Who Are These Ottawa County Fascists, and God, we had a ball. It was so much fun. And then we went into the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, equally fun. And then when I got done, I still had to close that frickin' fitness ring. So I went out and watched the super blue moon rise, which was incredible. Are you aware of what a super blue moon is? A blue moon is one that happens twice in a calendar month. So that was it. And then supermoon is when it's a bit closer than any other time in the year. Okay, most of the time it's a certain distance away. A supermoon is closer, so it actually is larger in the sky. So it's brighter because it's closer. So it's a super blue moon. And that will not happen again until the year 2037. It was so bright, trying to take a picture of it was ridiculous. It's just a giant orb, super bright in the sky. But it was cool. It was really, really cool seeing that big old bright moon rising. So great. Thank you to Stevie, who was quick to point out, Eric Zane, I know how much you like Celestial Excitement. It'll be at around 9:30. That is the best time to see the supermoon. So there I am, like an asshole, walking around the neighborhood. I'm like, my God, I gotta get this stuff done earlier. But yesterday was a busy day. You know, we had a fraudulent Wednesday, plenty to do there, and off we go. Stand by. This is hot. Morning cup of coffee. Cup of coffee number 2. Got to have 2 in me when I'm doing the show. That sounded terrible. I got to have 2 in me when I'm doing the show. I got to have 2 in me when I'm doing the show. I said that clearly so that Corey can clip that. Asshole. Corey revealing in the chat that our very own Lonely Nick, who's probably watching this right now under a different name, or will listen to it later or watch it later, so that he's not, scoped out here, joined the Eric Zane Show podcast Discord. Is that right, Corey? Corey has, as the guy who's in charge of the Eric Zane Show podcast Discord. If you can put that in the chat, by all means, put it in there. It isn't that well populated. Frankly, this is what's up with me. There are so many different ways to communicate with show members that sometimes I'm like, oh, my God, I don't even know where to begin, or so many of them. But there is an Eric Zane Show podcast Discord. I got a door opening behind me. It might be Benny. Hang on. You can't post links here, Eric. You can't post links here. Only Eric can. Hang on. Hey, Benny. Let's go. Come on up. That's a good boy. Oh my God. He's wanting more to come in here now. It seems like. I don't know what it is with Benny. Look at that tail wagging. He's being quite silly. This is a very rare thing. You just don't see Benny hang out, but he's starting to do that more and more in his advanced age. All right. Anyway, the Discord. I think I posted in the show notes of the damn thing. But anyway, Nick showing up there. What the hell is that? Aram says, just remove the H from the HTTP. Corey said that Nick just joined, didn't say a word, looked around, then left again. Oh, God. Come on. Maybe he wanted to leave some more Bible verses. Do you think that might be what's going on? I don't know, but Nick doesn't strike me as a Bible-y type. I don't know if he can maintain that. Posting Bible verses everywhere he goes. Kenny suggests emailing the link to me, and then I can copy and paste it here. Yeah, I could try that. You see, I should know that, but I don't because I just don't participate in it, I've got so much on my plate I've been on it before. It's a place to chat about the show, and Corey does a good job maintaining it when I am able to check it out. Ben says the Bible is the worst work of fiction in history. It's so boring. Yeah, I don't agree with that. The Bible is not fiction. In my opinion, the Bible is the Word of God, and for you to suggest that is a little. I would not want to be around you, for fear of like a bolt of lightning coming down. I'm not about to say that about the Bible. I won't go that far. I do have a problem with most religions these days. But, I'm not going to go so far as to say the Bible is a work of fiction. Maureen says that Jamingo just said Easy has him blocked on show chat, so he came to Discord. Unblock him, Eric. What do you mean by Jamingo just said? Is Jamingo doing a show right now? Maybe he said that yesterday. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know who's blocked and unblocked these days. If people get blocked, this is the way I look at being blocked. Oh, he's in the Discord. I got you. If people get blocked, I mean, there's usually a reason why people get blocked. Now, I don't remember why I block anybody. Florida man says the Discord just got a lot more racist. Well, this is very important, though, that John is paying attention because it brings me to something that happened yesterday on John's show. So this is actually kind of fun. And you heard John earlier in the week. He said, I love it when Eric talks about me because how he calls himself a narcissist. Tyler says, who gives a shit why you blocked him? The most important thing is when did you block him? Of course.
You suck a big black dick because I know you want to, Eric.
Oh. Voice of an angel. You know, I give Andrea credit. I saw on the at the video at the We Hate Eric Zane party. She is, speaking of fraudulent fatties, she is a lot less fat. She looks good. She has put in some time, and her hair has highlights in it. I always thought that Andrea was very pretty. I mean, all kidding aside, I always thought she had a very, very adorable face, cute, very pretty eyes, but she's dumb as fuck. Let's get into the boomer bunker yesterday because Chris showed up yesterday and was talking to these three men. And he asked about doing a combined show, John and Eric. They were covering Mitch McConnell, which I will get into in a bit. And I'll even have Mitch McConnell on a little later on, God willing.
Getting a Mountain Dew.
All right, so CDM Ham, whatever that is.
C. Denham, maybe?
C. Denham, whatever his name is.
Oh.
Bob, or John, your voice, your mic is a lot less loud than that other guy, Kate. There's a problem with audio.
He's asking, are you guys still going to do a combined show? And I think he's talking about me and Eric. And the answer to that is no. There's no way Eric and I could do a show together. And I'll tell you why. Because I will not calm down, and I will end up getting him canceled. And then, he can't. There's no way he could have me as a guest host because I won't stop. And we could have a good discussion, but I'll end up getting him canceled. So there's no way we could do it.
I don't get that. Get me canceled. Is he suggesting that we'd be having a good discussion and he just start yelling the N-word like Michael Richards or something like that? Is that?
That's all. I'm going to save him the trouble. I'm going to save him because of all the shit that I say and all the trouble I get into.
I'm a wild card. No one can stop me. I'm a volcano blowing up.
If I had a bigger audience, it would only get worse. So I'm just going to do the guy.
Well, let's be honest here. It's not that much bigger. when you're on my show, it's not that much bigger.
Favor and not do a show with him. That way he won't get canceled.
What? Why would you be concerned about that? That sounds, I thought to myself that of all the reasons, just say you don't want to do it. Don't make up some fairy tale.
You're so considerate. Thinking of other people.
Bugger 78 says, so you're saying there's a chance.
So there's a chance.
There's not a chance. I and the other thing is I can't trust him because I don't know. He's a sneaky back. He's too sneaky for me. I've seen what he's done already. I've seen how he's lied already about.
I don't know why people keep saying I'm a liar. I've never lied to anyone. That I think we should start there. And I would say, explain the lies. Can you please explain that to me? I would love to hear what you're suggesting that I did as a lie.
Stuff we've talked about, and I don't need that shit. It's all right, Eric. You go do your show. Go over there and do Who Are These broadcasts. That's already circling the drain. They've only did about 5 episodes so far. Yeah, Sparky's right. I have a black heart. A black heart. That's all.
All right, this is weird because this is a screenshot from my conversation with John about a week and a half ago. John is the gray highlighted. I am the blue highlighted. These are the pertinent parts of the conversation that have to do. When I last spoke with John, he must have changed his mind or something because, as you can see, John said, one thing you did say that I agree with, we could do a good show together. And I said, oh, I guarantee it. After the dust settles, we will. From the last bit of stupidity, whatever that was. I don't remember. However, you may have a rebellion on your hands if you do that because of, the former show listeners of mine that are now following him. You're welcome. They would not be happy with John if he did that. At least that's what I think. John said, well, it better be soon. According to you, I don't have much time left. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, that's where I left it. So I don't know. He must have rethought it, I guess, and come up with this lame story of, you can't handle me. And I could say something, but I won't. I don't want to get him canceled. Well, yeah, you do. Well, first of all, that's all bullshit, I think. I mean, I don't think John wants to get me canceled. But outside of him just going on here and saying, terrible things or, quoting a Jason Aldean song about hanging people or something like that, I don't know what you could possibly say that I don't already say on this show now. So I think you might have a bloated view of your ability and the things that you say and your standpoint. Now, on your show, the N-word is said multiple times, and, you don't have a problem with that. Nobody cancels you guys, and you can't suggest that my show is a larger audience. I mean, there's a bit more people that listen, but it's not fucking anything earth-shattering. I mean, I appreciate the suggestion, but I think you're misinformed. My show's not that much bigger than yours, John. And so how's that for some truth? I would freely admit that. And for you, I think that's the thing that bugs me the most is that people over there think that I'm like some kind of crazy psychopathic liar. What the fuck? That is bullshit. Maureen says he's listening right now. Eric, talk directly to him. Oh, well, I mean, obviously I am. Tyler says you're clearly lying about these text messages, Eric. Yeah, I don't get it. And now Hurricane Ashley calls him a fat piece of shit. Now, come on now. That's ridiculous. You can't throw that at the poor guy. I like John. I think actually what he's doing there when he's talking on the show, like you just heard, I think he's kind of kowtowing to the people that listen to his show trying to embolden, in case they had a thought at all that he speaks to me or he would even consider being on the show. That if he ever were to do that, I think he's realizing that there would be some type of mutiny. Corey says, John just said this on the Discord. Quote, tell him this is how he makes his living. If I say something that makes his advertisers leave, it would hurt him. John, look, that's not a problem. I'm not worried about that in any way. I've had threats made to my sponsors before for things that I've said that are pretty fucked up, frankly, that have been taken out of context. But you see, you're reasonable. You may be doing a right-wing show, but you can't say anything, John, that isn't said every day in most circles. So, you're not anything that if we're just having a reasonable conversation, I would like to actually have you interview me because I think you have been sold a bill of goods about me and my personality and the things that I've said or done. And you've only heard one side of that from the various people that support you on your show that used to support me. So, frankly, outside of you just coming in here and being a crazed psychopath and yelling like a maniac, which I will give you the benefit of the doubt that I think that I don't think you would do that. So let's stop being silly here and get you on this show. Okay? I'm not buying I wouldn't be on there because I'm a crazy man. I'd get him canceled. I don't even have an intention of bringing you in here just to insult you or degrade you. The idea would be to do a show, to talk about things. All right. So you do your thing. When it comes to unblocking, yeah, honestly, I struggle with that. I would have to sit down and act because I'm not that great with this and figure out how to do it. I could do it, and this is what I'll do, John. I'm going to go ahead so that you can participate in the chat. I will unblock you today. I don't want to do it right now because it kind of, if there is any momentum that I might have discussing anything on the show, it's ruined if I start to fiddle around with that. But I'll go ahead and unblock you. And, you got my fucking number, ding dong. Just text me and we'll do a show together and quit suggesting that you've got some kind of crazy type of fifth gear that will suddenly just get me canceled. Okay? You dummy. God damn. And quit worrying about what the two other guys that you do the show with will think. I mean, Bob, I think, I picked on him the other day but he was attacking me, so it's all good. He seems to be a little bit more thoughtful, it seems, than I gave him credit for. I don't know about your partner, Paul Creer. I don't even know why you have her on. Why do you do that? Why did you give her that in? You were doing fine without him. If I wanted to see some guy with 55-inch python arms, I would watch WrestleMania. Who says nothing. He's horrible. Anyway. Yesterday around the house here, we had an incident, and this is how this went. I hear the NFK say, "Oh no, Eric, look at this." I wander into the living room, and Darla, I have a house plant that when Diana's brother died, you know how like people send you plants and shit? Well, we kept all those, and we take care of them, and it's kind of like a little slice of Davy, a little piece of Davy, around the house, and that makes the NFK feel good. He misses his brother, and Davy was sweet as peaches, just loved him, and still do. But this one plant had needed a little more sunlight, so I put it at this spot where it could get just the right amount of sunlight, and it's been blossoming, fantastic over the years. And Darla decided she wanted to chew on it. So she went ahead and there's two main stalks coming out of the ground of the soil in the fucking flower pot. And well, she yanked them both out. And so now the root ball and all of the dirt that it pulled out has been dragged out. And this is at a level that's so on the fireplace, there's like that concrete area, that little step. That's where the plant was. She's pulled it out now, and it's all the dirt is out on the concrete and on the carpet. It's everywhere. And then she's chewed off all of the fucking leaves. And so the leaves, it looks like fall in my living room. And he goes, and I come in there, and he sees it, and we're both looking at it. And she's just looking at us. She's got dirt on her face, as potting soil. And then the NFK goes, "Boo hiss," which is something that they have said forever in this household. Boo hiss. He goes, "Boo hiss. That was Davy's plant. Fuck." So I'm waiting for him to give her the middle finger. And I go, "Oh, my God." I go, "Holy shit." I go, "All right, I can fix it. My dad's got an ultimate set of tools." Name the movie. Name the movie. So of two stalks, one is completely barren of leaves. The other one is untouched. I pick up the root ball. I pick everything up. And I trim the stem from the one that has no leaves. That will recover. Very healthy plant. I rearrange the soil, make space for the root ball, put it all in, compress, water, everything. And then I put it in a different spot. I don't want the same thing to happen again. I set it down. No, I didn't water it. I did not water it. I put it all back together and set it down. And now I'm going to go get a water with some Miracle Grow in it. That just is fucking, it really works. That shit. If you put just a little bit of Miracle Grow and add it to the water, it's fantastic. And so I get that, and then I go walking back in there a minute and a half later, and she's done it again. She got up high on the couch, and now she's like, "This is a great toy. I love this toy," because you yank it out and shit goes everywhere. And I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me." She has pulled it fucking out again. So that was it, I smacked her on top of the head, and she got so upset. Her ears were down. She knew she fucked up. So then I was so pissed off, and I put her into her kennel, and she was just crushed. She was so bummed out. So then I did the whole fucking thing again and put it high up. But I was like, "You've got to be kidding me." Holy shit. It was a horrible incident. Look, when I started the show, I didn't plan on talking about the Boomabunka right away. But when I saw that John was actually engaging audience members in the Discord, welcome, by the way. And I'll definitely unblock you. I can't believe you said that yesterday. What? I mean, we had such a nice conversation, and then you tell me that you won't do a show with me. Ladies and gentlemen, E-Rock is in the chat. Good morning, sir. New episode available Friday at 10 a.m. E-Rock from Compound Media. One of the sweetest people on the planet. He's given me such great advice. There will be a new Eric Zane show on Compound Friday, tomorrow at 10 a.m. In 2 years' time, that is my 13th show. So I'm averaging basically one every 2 months. What a terrible track record. Thank you for the opportunity to have my show on there. I appreciate that, E-Rock. So, in fact, Compound Media is a fantastic deal. You just pay like $6.95, and not only do you get the crown jewel of the network, that would be Anthony Cumia, but a number of other shows that are there. So thanks for the opportunity to do that show on there. Anthony is Anthony is one of the funniest people you will ever see or hear on the planet. And by the way, E-Rock, I heard your take on Mike Calta, the guy in Tampa who fucking Bubba's wife set up or whatever the fuck, or Bubba's girlfriend. I'm with you. That was such a horrific setup. Jesus Christ. We talked about that. Where did we talk about that? I think it was on Who Are These? First episode of Who Are These Broadcasts? Who are these broadcasters? I can't get that right. Damn it. E-Rock says Bubba has a history of scumbag shit. You know what else I want to mention? Kevin Brennan. I've listened to Kevin Brennan probably 4 times in my life. I'll actually listen to the audio of his show, Misery Loves Company. And if he is not lambasting a fellow comic or podcaster, I have never, ever heard him say anything interesting. And the thing about because he was just destroying Bob Levy, because him and Bob got in some type of fight. And so Bob quit the show and joined the Shuley Network. This is all like, part of me thinks the whole thing is a fucking work, that they actually planned this shit. But Bob left, and Kevin is alone. And on the latest Kevin Brennan Misery Loves Company show, for 2.5 hours, he beat up Bob. And he could have just beat him up for 10 minutes and then ended the show, because he basically just kept repeating the same shit over and over and over again. And like I said, I've heard him rip you, E-Rock. I've heard him rip Anthony. I've heard him rip Compound. And he's quite good, I guess, at when he's doing that, but then he kind of runs out of steam, but doesn't seem like he's running out of steam. And I don't know. I would think that he would actually take a little time and prep a show and talk about more than just ripping Bob Levy a new asshole for 2.5 fucking hours. Motherfucker, that's very fatiguing. So I don't get that. Kyle says MLC is in trouble unless Bob comes back. Truth be told, I haven't heard Bob say anything interesting either. He seems like a very passive type. Maybe there's talent there. I'm not sure, but he doesn't say a whole lot. Kyle says KB is a fucking idiot. This is all part of the Dabbleverse. Fuck the writer strike. This stuff is awesome. Yeah, maybe there is. Maybe they're all crazy like foxes. Carl just had a moment on with Stuttering John that was fucking ridiculously funny. I normally don't like to do this, but I kind of want to do it and take the time to find it. Let's see. Where did I see it? I saw someone posted it on the Who Are These Podcasts subreddit. Okay. There was a bet between Carl and Stuttering John. John said that he got Opie. I'm sorry. John said that he got O.J. Simpson to sign a knife. Carl said, you never did that. And then they got into an argument, and John said, I'll bet you $100. I'll get proof. And, all right, yeah, that's it. Let's do it. And I don't think that, he was able to produce it, but Carl said, okay, look, I want you to prove that this happened, and I'll give you $100. And those were the terms of the bet. Well, John started saying, yep, I won the bet. I won the bet. This is that audio.
Who are these podcasts? WATP.
John was on, and Carl was able to get in on John's show.
Look, they're even going longer because they're getting donations because I'm sniping them, but I don't care. I'm going to do it every
John was snipe streaming the Shuley show or something like that. It was backfiring.
night anyway. Yeah, now I'm going to put your kids through college, Deuce Payer, because I know you can't afford it.
John's intoxicated.
Yeah, you can't leave. Here comes,
Give me
I
a
don't
minute.
know, real. Hey, Carla.
What is happening? Stuttering John, how you doing tonight, buddy?
First of all, why don't you just pay me the $100?
Because the bet was, and these were your terms, not mine, you had to produce a tape that proved that you asked OJ to sign
No,
your
you also asked for proof.
Yes, correct.
You said proof or a video.
Right. I said proof or a video. You supplied neither.
I like how Carl says what he says, and then John says the same thing. Carl says, yeah. Or Carl's like, yeah, you were supposed to provide a video. John goes, yeah, I was supposed to provide a proof.
You've had hearsay.
Really? Proof?
John, how is that
Me?
proof? Richie Wilson said you did it. How is that proof, dummy?
Because he shot a dummy. He was
Well, you know
there.
what? My friend, who was also there, said you didn't ask him that.
Oh, really? Who?
Yeah. His name is Bill. Do you know Bill?
Okay.
He was also there. He was in Manhattan, right?
So you're saying Doug Goodstein and Richie Wilson lied.
Doug Goodstein wasn't even there. Doug Goodstein. John,
What do you
remember
mean? He was the executive producer.
He
He
wasn't there.
was
He
the one
said he
that-
wasn't there. Remember when
Yeah.
Scott the engineer?
But he remembers.
By the way, John's embarrassing himself because he is so intoxicated, and Carl is very sharp and pissed off.
Scott, hold on, John. Scott the engineer left.
No,
money on a car
he
after a
remembers
gig.
it.
Scott the engineer left money on a car after a gig, and then drove off and lost the money. You said you were there. Scott the engineer goes, "You weren't there. That wasn't you. You forget these things, John. You think
No,
you did things you
bullshit.
didn't do."
John,
What are you bullshit?
John,
You're a moron.
first of all, I did the gig with
The
him.
Shuley Network is destroying you tonight. They're making so much fucking money on you.
Good, Carla.
You're making a fucking L tonight. You look pathetic tonight. It's so bad.
Oh, look who's talking.
KB looks bad tonight too because he's the one who encouraged you to do this, and he's making a lot of money for Shuley and the Shuley Network. You guys fucking.
Hey, Snaggletooth, pay the money.
Why? You didn't produce any evidence. There's no proof.
So me, Doug, and fucking Richie is not the evidence.
Yeah, of course not. That's hearsay.
Oh,
That's the definition of hearsay, dummy.
We all
You
work
said you were going to
there.
produce a tape. You said you were going to produce a tape. Yeah, I need proof. Where's the proof?
No.
If
was
it
either
happened,
proof-
hold on. Let me ask you this, John.
No. Hold on, Redface. It was either the tape or the proof. And you are
Okay, where is it? Where's the proof?
me, Richie, and Doug. You think we all somehow didn't remember and Richie shot it. And somehow he doesn't remember it, but yet he said it to me when I was on stage at fucking Side Splitters.
I think Doug.
Where I did a whole fucking weekend, dumb fuck, when you said I only did one night.
Now you're changing.
I
the
owe
subject.
Suzanne, take $5. John, you look like Puerto Rican Charles Manson. Good, thank you.
Hey, Carl Hamburger.
Fuck off,
Point,
PG.
spot
Go
across
fuck
your
yourself.
forehead. Thank
That's
you.
not very nice.
Shit.
The other guy, I don't know who the other idiot is. It's John's friend. Says, hey, Carl Hamburger. And Carl tells him to fuck off and go fuck himself.
Well, you just said I owed him money when I don't. You heard the original
I
bet.
said you
He had to
owed
supply
for $100
proof.
for
Go
a bet.
fuck yourself, dude. John owes me $100.
Dude,
you know what? I'm
bullshit.
not complaining about it. I'm not even out there complaining about it because I don't need the money. Unlike you, you cheap, poor motherfucker.
Oh, I'm cheap and poor. Wow, you're real fired up. Are you drinking tonight?
Tyler says, does John always sound like he's having a stroke? John drinks a lot, and he's drank so much that he's slurring his words here.
Right.
Wow. I don't have to ask you the same question because I know the answer.
And I know about you, too.
Oh no! What are you going to expose me?
General,
Like
on a scale of 0 to drunk, how drunk are you? I'm not drunk at all.
I'm not drunk at all.
Dick 8, 9, 10, 11. John, silly so much out of you. John, silly. Right, Carla? Right? Oh.
I have never heard Carl this fired up, and I love Carl.
Now he's going to just. Oh, this is his fucking. This is
You let me
his temple
talk?
for comedy. Abacab, thanks $5. My friends, Jeff said Carl.
John keeps reading things. These are called super chats. This is how these people. That's how these people make money. They go on YouTube, and then people like, you know how like on Twitch you have those bits. People throw you money and shit like that. That's how they make their money. They, it's almost like every show is like a telethon.
Kill Nicole and Ron. Okay, please.
There you go. See, this is it. This is the evidence that you provided to me. Hearsay.
Carl
You're the guy
is-
who wants to get off the phone with you. You call up a guy,
right.
just wants to get off the phone.
Okay.
Can I do the
So
thing?
you're Dave. Really?
I actually thought you guys were joking, man. Like the
There's
fact that
no
this
proof.
fucking nerd yelled at me
Like,
like
no
that is
proof.
hilarious. Like I thought
No.
you guys were playing around. To be honest.
No, the proof
See,
is
you're
Richard
trolling
Wilson
John.
shot it.
You're trolling John. Oh, look at his face. No, I'm not. No, definitely not. What do you mean? I love John. He's great. Dude, everyone trolls John. John doesn't have a friend in this world.
Oh,
Hey.
Damn it. He is I texted Carl about that, and I go, my God, you said he doesn't have a friend in the world. And he said, do you think that was too mean? I go, I do not. It was hilarious. I also especially like when you end a sentence with dummy. Hilarious in its simplicity. Carl says, plus he's dumb, so it makes sense. I said years ago that my favorite Carl is frustrated, angry Carl. That is so fucking funny to me when you start to lose your shit. God damn. This is I'm not involved in any of this. Okay, this is called the Dabbleverse. There's a reason why it's called that. I don't want to get into it now because as soon as you start to unpack all this shit, you have to unpack more. All right? And then you spend like 15 minutes explaining what the fuck is going on. That was Stuttering John and Carl from Who Are These Podcasts fighting with each other. So this is an entire saga between Kevin Brennan, Chad Zumock, Bob Levy, Carl, Stuttering John, Cardiff Electric. It's all parts. It's a terrific drama. Shuley, Kyle is in on it, and I don't pay attention to it because first of all, I don't have any fucking time. What I do pick up, it's through like osmosis. I'm hearing it like second or third hand. But occasionally I do check it out like I did here. And it is quite a dramatically fun time. Now, doing the show, the regular show, Who Are These Broadcasters with Carl and Christian Blatt, eventually I will probably find myself in the crosshairs because I'm exposed to more people. Like Kenny says, I barely have time to keep up with this show and the Patreon. That's how I feel. I barely have time to keep up with any of that shit. Because I'm doing those things. But, all right. I don't know how the fuck I got into all this. I blame E-Rock. I got to tell you this, though. Yesterday, I was so fired up about losing this weight. Being 186.4 pounds had never been bigger. So yesterday, I talked about, after the free podcast, I made this smoothie, and I felt great about that, completely. I didn't do any snacking or anything. Nothing. I kept taking my little walks. All right. Goal set, goal met. When it came time to eat later in the day, I had to come up with something, though. And I found like these frozen chicken breast strips that are cooked, like Gordon Foods. And I put a bunch of them in a frying pan. And then I needed some vegetables to go with it. And I'm going to put it in the frying pan and put a lid on it, put a little water in. The steam will, since they're fully cooked but frozen, they have to be, able to be eaten. So I have that, and I go, all right, I need some vegetables. And I'm like, well, all right, I'll just make like a little bowl and just eat the bowl of the chicken and the vegetables. So there's some fucking broccoli and peas. I go, broccoli, peas, chicken bowl. Sounds really unappealing. They're all frozen. I throw it in there, put a little water, put the lid on it. 3 minutes later, it's hot, ready to go. A little salt, a little pepper. It was actually quite good. I was like, I need some carbs to go with this. This is the vegetables are some carbs, but I need some fucking starch. So I grabbed like a tortilla, and I put like some of the food. I like ripped the tortilla, put some of the food in the tortilla, and then wrapped it up. And I was like, boy, this actually isn't bad. It's like a little fucking healthy burrito, So then later in the day, I want to make the same thing. So I actually laid out the burrito and put all of what is in the frying pan into the burrito, as opposed to having it in front of me and just taking a little bit of the burrito, wrapping it, and popping it in my mouth. I'm going to make a full-on chicken, broccoli, peas burrito. Problem. There's still plenty of moisture on all of these food bits. So I put it all in the tortilla, and I start to wrap it, and the tortilla explodes in a million pieces. It just rips. I'm like, fuck. So I said, fuck that shit. So I just kind of ate it with a fork. It was a complete catastrophe, but I did okay. I take my final walk. This is the only kind of like slip on the day. Overall, it was a successful day. I think I get an 89% on the day. I got done. It's 9:30. I'm hungry. I remember what Byers told me. He goes, okay, if you're going to eat a bunch of carbs, eat some protein with it, Eric. If you're going to eat a bunch of crackers, eat some cheese. I go, all right, yeah, I can handle that. I like I'll eat some crackers and some cheese. So I get that shit out. And then I got like the summer sausage. I go, I'll have a little fucking mini Super Bowl party here with like my own personal hors d'oeuvre tray. I got my club crackers. I got my cheese. I got my summer sausage. I slicey. I'm making these little sandwiches. I go, this is great. It satiates me. And I'll just have a few of these and I'll go to bed. As I'm eating, I look up and there's this terrifically unopened box of Raisin Bran Crunch. Have you ever had Raisin Bran Crunch? Okay, this is a game changer. I don't even know why anybody would buy regular Raisin Bran, because the second any milk gets in there, the bran becomes like shit. It's wet, soggy, and stupid. Raisin Bran Crunch doesn't get like that. It's Raisin Bran, but crunchy. So I ate half a box of that, and then that was it. Then I went to bed. So that I would have given myself 100% on the day, but I pretty much obliterated about 400 calories worth of Raisin Bran Crunch. And my attitude was like, I want to eat. That was not healthy. That was like Amanda yesterday deciding to bypass the Meyer breakfast sandwich and stick to the Jimmy Dean sausage sandwich she had at home. That's why we are fraudulent fatties and will always be fraudulent fatties. We'll try again today. Thank you. Amanda says, fuck you. I only had 1,800 calories yesterday. That's a lie. You started the day with a pound of chocolate. You did not have 1,800 calories. Okay, that's a fucking lie. Or you're just fat-fingered the calculator. I don't believe you. Ben Weller says, so you had 1,800 calories of chocolate. Completely fraudulent. It's not polite to lie to your old pal EZ. The EZ charcuterie board. Is that what they call those? Cheese and crackers is called charcuterie? How about just cheese and crackers? All right. Charcuterie? It's not called charcuterie. Shut up. All right. Hold on a second here. I want to thank everybody that's watching the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, but I have to kick you out. The rest of the show is available on Twitch only.